So I managed to get gold 3 here off my last game. Just refresh this here. And then we can look at right here where I started to get a little bit tilted and took a few L's. As you can see, 4 losses, 6 losses. So that's 5. That's like 7 losses, 2 wins or 3 wins. That's pretty bad. You can definitely look at it. So this is the first game. Game starts off, invade, whatever. I push Kennen in. When I shove the wave in, I go toward just to see if the jungler is near. I see Nidalee by the Raptor camp, so I try to push it in here. Maybe look for a trade. I notice that he's harassing a lot in here. I think he oversteps the boundaries a little bit, but he is harassing pretty well. Either way, what happens is Pantheon passed topside and is waiting for a gank here. But the wave's not really in a good spot to gank. Here he comes up. I'm going to flash in here just to force it. Because if Pantheon's going to be here, might as well go for it. It doesn't quite work out, and bot lane immediately plays aggressive. Draven gets first blood. And then Nidalee ganks middle. So Pantheon kind of wastes his time here. I took this Grump. I'm not sure if it's a good Grump to take, but I take it anyways. Warding in the enemy jungler as well, in the enemy jungle. With this ward here, you'd like to see it, to be honest, a bit more further down. Like maybe right here. Just a little more further down. But I place it there and I pull the camp up. So we see Nidalee. I'm just going to back it because if I go to lane, she's probably going to try to gank me. I get 50 boots because against Kennen I feel like I can catch up to him. Here it's not good to trade at all. Just let the wave crash. This is something I learned a little bit more. Yeah, this is a terrible, terrible trade by me. I'm not sure why I even took it, to be honest. But here Pantheon is panthing topside because we blew his flash, and since the wave is pushed up, it's a good time to trade. The wave's thinned out for the most part. I hit Ghost. Probably shouldn't have hit Ghost here, but either way we get the kill here. Push the wave in. I back. Buy a little bit of damage. Jungler ganks bottom when the play was topside for us. So it was a good play by them. So right now the game is pretty close. It's still winnable. So I seen it here. I'm gonna come and try to contest. Maybe make her use her smite or something like that. I see Kennen going Mia. So I'm not gonna go too far up here. So now that Kennen shows, I'm gonna back all the way up. Just make him waste his time a little bit. Go get the goop. There's a ward there, definitely. Maybe that bush. So I just walk back up. Just be cautious that Nidalee might come, but I'm pretty healthy here. Trading here, you never want to take turret damage. It's like actually really, really, really bad. Never want to take that free turret damage because it fucks up the dive that comes here. Even though I might get the kill, taking that extra damage is really bad. So here is just execution, right? Like maybe I could have sniffed in one more auto or could have played this differently, or you know what I could have done differently was wait for my W to come off cooldown, flash auto WR. I could have done that. But either way, I died here, and dying in a close game is never good. because I'm supposed to be the carrier right now, and if my team, if I can't carry my team, the game is pretty much over here, right? So here, I think I take a bad trade underneath turret. I really want this plate here. Yeah, take a turret shot. It's really bad by me. Now I have to dodge the shuriken. Dodge it pretty much. So I'm healing off the camp here with my Q. So I don't want to go back to base. But you're not supposed to let it auto attack you. Either way, I'm just doing the little trick here just to heal up. Now that I'm half HP, I think a play happens. Yeah, nearly invades, and I look to flank. I do have ghost up, so it might be good here. Missed my pull, which is really bad, but I think I'm able to slow her with my auto and then R here. Yeah, I should just run out. So yeah, definitely. It sucks that we couldn't kill Kennen, but as you can see, that Draven's 2-1 and 2. Corki is 20 CS up, but he's down a kill, and I'm the most fed on the team. So it's up to me to pull weight here in this game. So any mistake, if I don't play perfect, game's probably over. So here I don't have a ward. So I'm scared to walk past river, so instead I do golems. Then I walk down river here, over vision. This is probably a bad play. I'm getting desperate right now. Yeah, definitely probably should have stayed top lane here. Yeah, and I think when you try to force plays, bad things happen. So like I can have flash, but I don't think this works. Yeah, this doesn't work. And now I'm just running around the map like a headless chicken. I mean, we can watch how I survive, but this play should never work ever. And I should have just stayed top lane. It's probably my first big mistake. So like, don't do roams like that just because your team's behind. You want to have like a little bit of thought into your roams, and you shouldn't be forcing turret dives when you don't have much any resources like a champion's helping you or mana or HP. So here's actually pretty good because they're chasing me like silver players, but we kill Kennen. But it was like I got rewarded for a bad play, so usually don't want to do this ever. So here's like a really bad mistake here. So like everyone probably should have backed here, but it seems like we die in the enemy jungle. So with 2 dead, it's better to give up the Drake. Here I tell Pantheon to save his R, because if he ultimates on top of all these guys, I can get a triple double kill with my Ghost available here. Pantheon takes way too much damage. I show up a bit late. I pull 2. I should be attacking Draven here. I kind of greed for the Nidalee, and then I die. And that right there, probably like the start of the throw. Like you never want to be forcing plays like this when teammates are dead. And yeah, Draven got my kill. Now he's 5-1. So like we lost this game. But you need when your mates are so behind like this, you can't afford to make forced plays. So just try to avoid this play. Just play right here, right after here. Just stay in lane. Don't go mid over vision. You know, like I walk mid, they have vision of me walking mid, and then I flash on the turret. It's just overall bad play. I don't even have Triforce yet. Once I get Triforce, I'm able to kill Ken in 1v1. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like it's kind of forced. Really bad play. And then for the next game, Aatrox versus Garen, I believe. Lane starts off, it's probably just trading. Kind of like Aatrox right now, like his trading's really nice. I feel like he's good into a lot of melee champs. So here, I go down the ward. There's nothing here. The Scuttle's there. But Rengar sees Diana at Raptors. So it's my time to play a little bit more aggressive here. Yeah, this is just like standard Aatrox trading. Maybe I could have killed him, but I have high cooldowns. So I didn't want to risk it, so I just push him in. I see Rengar fighting in the enemy jungle. So I go to help. Nothing really to it, but I help him take the wolves. Then I go back top lane. Right now, trading into this wave is a bad idea. You shouldn't want to trade into the cannon. So try not to do that. But I think eventually what happens is that with his flash down, he played too aggressively into this wave. I think he thought that he would be able to out trade me, but he queues into a cannon, right? And then I land my CC on him as well. So he definitely made like a gold mistake there, and his flash is down. So that's a way to capitalize. So here's like we're doing really well. So there's a build where you do Eclipse first on Aatrox, and when you're doing experimental damage builds, you kind of want to know your champion in and out really well, or else bad things can happen. And I think this game, what happened here was, I made a big mistake in the mid game. It's already pretty close game, and I think I need to be able to carry this. And I ulted, I kind of waste my ult. Although I'm just pushing him in. I'm up CS as well, I believe. Yeah, he's at 40, I'm at 60. Almost 70 now. So yeah, he's at 42. So I'm really shitting on him. But I should be able to kill him, right? It's kind of getting away from me. He flashed there. So here, of course, when you have the lead, you want to be playing for plates. You just want to continue snowballing. Kind of preemptively use my W there. I could have held that for right now when I'm closer. So I know that he has his ultimate, but Aatrox heals a lot when he deals damage. So just try to keep that in mind. Stay in the fight and then you won't get low enough. So Rengar wants to come dive here, and I agree. So I think you should always ultimate first. Yeah, Garen actually almost killed me, but I didn't aggro the turret. So that was really good by me. Push the wave in, take some more plates, get my Eclipse. So it seems like right now like we're doing pretty well, but Diana's 5-1, and Akshan has a significant CS lead. It's almost worth like 1 or 2 kills on Kassadin, and Kassadin's building Frozen Heart first, so he's gonna have no damage going to the mid game. So Jinx is 2-1 with the bounty, so there's like their carries are strong enough to win the game, and it seems like I'm the only one that has a significant lead right now, so it's up to me to carry. So any mistakes that I make probably make us lose the game. So here I see a play middle, Rengar's coming. I think it's free for the most part. I see Diana, I put my focus on her with Rengar. Missed my W, I flash on the Diana flash. For some reason, Action's spell got cancelled there. So I went for the kill. Got the kill on him. So it definitely is like up to me to carry. So I buy boots. And then, so this is the play that I feel like threw the game here for me. So after I clear this, I thought I could kill Diana 100-0. So I play the vision and wait here. So yeah, I didn't manage to kill her, and then I die here and Diana gets my shutdown, and I think that's just like that spells it for this game. I needed to play perfect this game to win. And Diana's now 7-2 with my shutdown. That's so it's just like so fucking bad. But that's like an execution thing, so like you can't really get mad or tilted, but it happens. And in here I think I get ganked. Yeah, I'm just playing really poorly now. Just pushing the lane and I just die instantly. We get dragon, but it's still even, but like we're so behind right now. And I have to play safe. Like I want to be 4-0 right now. That's the only way we can carry this game. Is I can't be 2-2 to win this game. So Nami gets caught out. Nami Ignite gets the kill. Akshan gets a kill. I do red buff because it's up and they might steal it. Just trying to get the tab out. So here they're doing Rift. So I troll here a little bit by going to Rift when we have nothing. I think it's just like straight up tilt. Like you should never just go to this Rift. It doesn't make any sense. Like Rengar's not gonna go. You can't steal it. They're all up. Maybe Jinx isn't up, but that doesn't matter, right? Like so I die here and it's just really bad for us. Waste my flash. Like my ability to carry this game is just becoming lower and lower. So at this point, Akshan is 5 with 5 kills, and it's just like so hard to catch up. Yeah, my team picks up a few catch-up kills, but in the end, we lose this game. You just need to be. Nami gets caught out right before Drake. It doesn't matter. Like you need to be carrying the game, right? So you can't make these mistakes, especially in such a close game. So when you're carrying, like yeah, it's okay to take a risk in solo queue, because if I'm up here, it's really good. But probably should try to play this more differently. Wait till she's on blue buff, and then land the W. I could have done lots of things differently here, and I think ultimately just starts to snowball and ends the game for me. So I got kind of tilted. I got autofill jungle, and then I just played really aggressively in Kane's jungle, and it was pretty much just a quick game. And then after, I think I stopped recording for some of these games. Darius into Arc. Okay, so for this game, it's just like standard. Like you win lane, or we invaded. So I called it invade, right? So I noticed that all 5 of my teammates are here, so I called it invade. And we took a path that you can take too. It's very common. So what you want to do is when you walk down the river here, and then you hug this wall, and then walk in, and it's very surprising. Of course, if you go too far and someone's standing in here, they can see you, or the other bush down over there. So you kind of want to like hug it like that, right? You don't want, if you go too far south, they'll see you. Kind of just remember that. Tsunami's in the bush. I think I start apprehend. Yeah, I start apprehend my teammates. So I go to lane. I started off by pushing. I want to get my spell as soon as possible. So I take this trade here, thinking I can win it. I think Yorick's a pretty bad champion, and I think he loses a lot of matchups. And even without any of my damage spells, I still think I can kill this guy, or deal a lot of damage to him. Like, even though I did a bad trade into a wave there, like, I still feel like I can out trade him. So my wave is pushing. He's not really focusing the wave. He's focusing on me mostly. So this kind of goes in my favor. So once I get level 2, I can start out trading him even harder. I think this guy is like a little bit of a noob. So that was a bad mistake by me missing that. But like even then, so like I hit level 2 and he doesn't even stand back or anything like that. So he's kind of playing really bad. And what happens? Just skipping forward, I go down the ward, and I see level 2 Echo. So me seeing this, I'm thinking, okay, if he doesn't have smite, I can steal this blue buff, and he's level 2 right now. I can deal a lot of damage to him. So I'm gonna ultimately try to play for this. He uses smite at like 150 HP. Now I activate Ghost. I know that Yorick's coming down, but I see Viego pinging on his way, so I flash. And then playing the Vision here, so I just kind of want to play these small skirmishes right, because if this went wrong, I'll probably lose here, right? So Viego's standing in the bush smartly. So I want to go in the bush first, make myself go invisible. They'll continue chasing. Viego will come out, and then I'll come out right after him, right? So this is like what happens, right? So he comes out, stuns him, I pull, auto, Q, heal up a little bit. Even though I die here, Viego gets a kill, and I think he kills this guy as well. Yeah, he does. So he gets a double kill, and like that's how the game starts. Also, uh, Yorick, when I push this wave in, has to then surrender some of this wave on the turret to help out his ally. So he misses a little bit of CS, and the wave is pushing into me. It seems like Yone made a silver mistake by not looking at the map for the previous 20 seconds, and he was able to get a kill middle. Viego was. So now he's 4-0, and like games like this is like the perfect scenario to win games. So here I kind of want to thin out the wave, but at the same time I want to freeze it and not take a big trade. Slowly learning like taking these big trades is like really bad. That's how you lose games. So here what happens is mid goes Mia, and I have no idea, right? So this you have to kind of pay attention all the time. So in a situation like this, your main objective is to run home, right? If you can get here, you're pretty good. Understand that Yone, if he lands 1Q, 2Q, 3Q, knock up. So you have to dodge one of these Qs in order for him to not knock you up on your way out. Yorick doesn't have any more CC because he just used it, and that's my plan right now. So like it's all about escaping and dodging. So Yone comes out here. I kind of try to dodge, but I also take the all in because I know my Q heals and I kill Leone. So this is like a outplay spot. It's kind of hard to do, but if you have champion mastery, you can do these plays. That's why I suggest like when you're climbing, you really want to focus on like one champion only, right? Darius. It's all Darius, right? And then mix in Mundo because I have champion mastery on him, and then Aatrox because I kind of want to learn him. I think he's pretty good. But regardless, yeah, I get the outplay, and then after that, it's pretty much a wrap. I know that I can trade into Yorick here pretty comfortably if he steps up close. He missteps a little bit, and I start running him down. I think I kill him here. I just have so much power on Darius when you get those stacks up and Conqueror hits. So here I'm getting ganked. So this is what happens when you get kills. Like you can when you get kills, like good things happen, right? Like because this guy's ganking your lane, your jungle is taking dragon, and because you survive, now Echo wastes so much time. So this is pretty much like the best way to play it in solo queue is like where you don't die, but you waste the jungler's time, and you're able to get a couple kills. So here Echo really wants to kill me. He's just not gonna get it. I just back. So I get my Sheen, get my damage, and I start playing for plates here. Again, I see the Gromp here, so I take the Gromp. I see the Gromp blue as well. So I think there's like interesting conversation to be had about whether you should be taking plates or jungle camps here. But I think jungle camps are just better because they put the enemy jungler down. and you can always get plates later for the most part. So yeah, Echo, I see Echo there, and I want to take a 2v1 here because I think I'm pretty fed, and I think Yorick's kind of a shitty champ, so I can probably win this. So I noticed the Yorick used his spell, so I pull him up. I think he's trying to bait here. He doesn't do a really good job. So now Echo is wasting his time topside again while Viego is working middle. Think I might die here. Playing division here again. I don't want to die, so I take the goop. Viego dies diving, but because you're so ahead, you can afford these kind of misplays. But when you're in an even game, close game, and you misplay like that, the game's probably over, right? So I misplay also. I try to dive and then I die. And nobody's upset or anything like that. We know that we're so ahead, we can still win the game, right? So here, this guy has double buffs, but I just think his champ is just so bad. It's not a good champ at all. And I think I can just outplay him here, right? So I go for it, even though so his double buffs disappear, but doesn't matter. I still think I can outplay him here. Yeah, and eventually I kill him. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like that champ is really bad. Don't need to do much to win against Yorick. So here's like a play that you can easily do on low elo players. I think someone did it to me a couple times, but you stand here, you let Yorick get to the turret. If he has demolish, he's gonna try to proc it, so he's gonna stand here or here. And then you wait. Once he stands right there, you walk up and run him down and he dies, right? So it's just simple play. Let's see what happens. So I'm walking closer. You wanna make sure the tri-bush the ward down here doesn't see you. I might be standing a little bit too close. Maybe standing here is a little bit better. Or maybe even right here. But either way, once he steps up, simple. So here, just like a little thing that you have to understand. Okay, so this is like champion mastery. So once you have your item, Triforce, whatever, Stratbreaker, your Q one-shots the range minions. So if you walk up here, clear the range minions, and then pull Yorick into turret, the turret will deal damage to him. So that's basically what I'm doing here. Just champion mastery, boom, I clear it, pull him, turret hits him, activate ghost and get it started. I think I missed my spell there, but I think he's just dead in here. He's like 2 levels down on me. Yeah, just clean up. So pretty much the game. I think we win this game. Yeah, we do. We really just win this game, and that's about it for this game. It's like we just stomped on them. All about early game and making sure that you play it out right. Right, because in this situation, I think I could have died here, but I played the vision with Viego correctly, and then I was able to apprehend and get my Q damage off for the most part, and one last auto there. Just try to keep that in mind. So these next few games, I actually legitimately got tilted, and it was actually pretty bad. But like when you're tilted and you're learning a champion, don't give up. Right? So like if you get shit on multiple times in a row, try to learn from the mistakes and try to get better, and that's the only thing you can do, right? Maybe watch your replays, see some common errors. So this game, I don't want to stay on it too long, but I get first blood, so it's really good for solo queue. So here, what happens is I see them invading us. Yone is there, so I'm gonna position myself in a way that if Yone walks to lane, I'm gonna find him, right? So here he is. I Q, auto, I think I hit ghost here. He flashes over, I flash over too, and then I run him down, kill him. I think it's a better move here just to go to lane. I think backing here was a mistake by me because I know he's dead, So I was like, maybe I'll back at the same time and have a longsword on him. But I think I should have just for sure pushed the wave in. This was my first mistake. Should have just stay in the wave, push it in, whatever, right? Back later. So here now he has a level advantage on me and he's out trading me, even though I have more items. And it just gets bad, worse and worse and worse as the game goes on. I think I don't really understand Yone that much, but I think I'm gonna take this matchup a little bit differently the next time I play in it. That's honestly all I can do. So he goes Mia, more trading, and eventually Zac ganks me. But like you never want to be this down in lane to get, like I put myself in a position to get dove and I was missing all my spells and getting outplayed severely, right? So when this happens, you kind of have to play safe and don't take too many trades. But look, I just continue taking trades and it just gets worse and worse, right? This game was a loss for me, but it was like also a lesson and something that you just gotta keep in mind, right? Like try your best to learn about this matchup and try to play it better the next time. And definitely when you get a kill early, don't take that back, right? Just go to lane. I think that's all I can say about that game. And then the next game, definitely tilted. So against I ward the red because I wanted to see where their jungle started, and we got a good vision of them. So I think Vi is pathing down this game. So I push in early. Never want to take a turret shot, and like this is like one of the worst starts you can do. Like you're pushing the lane in early and you're taking free damage for no reason, and that's really bad, right? So don't do that. Now trading here, that's pretty good trade. This is a pretty good trade here. I think after I use apprehend, I need to kite to the left, not to the right, because all my spells on cooldown. Level 1 Q is like fairly big, so yeah, I need to kite to the left here. I think I'm taking too much damage by the minions, but I'm able to proc my passive. And again, I take another turret shot. It's just really bad to take those turret shots. I think I could have killed him if I didn't take that turret shot. Also, I think, yeah, definitely. So here, what happens is, in Gold Elo, I started noticing that players are actually punishing you for being overpushed and players roam. I think I might be in Smurf Q a little bit as well, so seeing a mid laner roam like that early was surprising for me because when I was playing in bronze and silver, they weren't roaming like that. So it's a really bad start, and like something I just have to keep in mind that like as you climb higher, like players gonna do this. So here he has a level advantage on me. I'm pushing, so he plays a good trick on me where I thought he backs the base, so I'm gonna try to play for some plates. And then yeah, here it is. So like I'm not really using my brain that well this game. Definitely a little bit tilted. Like I shouldn't be farming like this at all. What if the enemy jungle shows up? So here I just walk up, Q him. I noticed that his E's on cooldown now. So perhaps I'm looking for a trade. Enemy jungler shows up. I can't do anything about that because I was playing really bad and I wasted my ghost. So this is where the tilt starts happening, and I kind of shut off my brain and start auto pushing lanes. It does like I'm not freezing. I'm not trying to look at what my teammates are doing. I'm just pushing and trading. That's about it. I roam mid when I probably shouldn't have been roaming mid, but I saw that Sejuani's ultimate's up, so maybe there's an opportunity here. We get his flash, but ultimately we get nothing. I go back to lane. Again, I just start shoving. Not really, like, this happens. Like, you shouldn't be playing tilted. But it definitely was. Always want to be up. Don't want to be down. So here comes the Sejuani gank. I ping it back. It's not that good. Here, like, this is just, like, standard, like, a standard gold mistake. So, you never want to fight when your allies are in base and backing. There's just no reason to. We don't know where anyone else is, and they're probably closer to Cassiopeia than they're closer to me. So what happens is I ghost, I flash in, probably. She ults me, we have to back up. I E, it doesn't go through because she ults or Qs. And it's just overall bad play. Like you never really want to play like this. Like I shouldn't even get one kill here, to be honest. Like I got lucky here because the enemy is bad, but I'm just overall playing really poorly. So now I'm 1-3. I'm really behind. I go back top lane. I ward and I just roll. I start rift. So yeah, like you never want to play like this, right? You just want to like stay in lane, play your lane, farm up, catch up. Never play this. What happens is that they see that I'm missing. Vi comes over, stops the rift, and now I have to concede the wave because it's pushed up and he's freezing, and Vi's around. So now I'm missing EXP and wasted time on the rift. So now I just go back mid because I have nothing else to do. So I start rift again. It's just overall like don't play tilted, right? Like you want to be 100% focused and ready to win. And when you do play tilted, it's gonna go pretty bad, right? So like definitely should have taken a break after that game. Like I don't that's all I have to say about this game. Like eventually we lose it, I probably take another bad trade. I'm like running around the map. I'm not even warding. I have pink ward, I didn't use it. Like mechanics goes through the roof when you're tilted. I just understand that. So like take that break, do what you gotta do to not get tilted. And then like right after I queue up again. Standard league player. And here it's a matter of I outplay him early, but for some reason I start taking really bad trades. And then we lose the game. So this is a perfect recipe for winning games in solo queue, like getting that first blood, especially if that other top laner has Ignite, because now he's at 14 CS, I'm at 27, and basically the game probably should be over by now. What happens is I get back to lane and I trade into a really big wave. So you never want to trade into big waves like this no matter what, right? So here it's better just to back the hell up and walk away. His pass is up too. This is not how you play into Volibear. I think I trolled quite a bit in these games, but I think it was a big lesson for me as well. So here he just fucking kills me. I flash, he flashes, and then the snowball happens. I'm still tilted. I'm playing bad, and I know it. My team is actually really ahead, but because I keep getting solo killed, it puts them back into the game, right? I'm just gonna quickly fast forward this game. As you can see, I'm constantly like fighting or out of lane and not farming and dying as well. Here I live, but like still playing like pretty bad. Oh, and Volibear steals the Rift Herald as well, right? We didn't actually secure the Rift Herald there. So here again, I'm just taking really bad trades into Volibear every single time. I barely know anything about the matchup. And yeah, it's a big lesson for me in this matchup, like on learning how to play it a little bit better. Like I get a kill, but in solo queue, you want to be ahead and you don't want to be losing lane like this. Like I can't even stand with him and he's out trading me constantly. Bit of it is like I'm definitely tilted. Here like the comeback is happening, but like in solo queue, you never want to have it like this, in which you're hoping for a miracle to win. Like even though we're ahead and we're winning, but like it's just my performance is so bad this game. So I definitely should have taken a break last night after that Yone loss and just probably looked at the replay. But I definitely have a better understanding in some of these matchups now. So that's what I took with me. Also, I noticed in this CLO that like they actually punish you like in gold 4, gold 3. They punish you for playing up. So this is definitely something that I now adjusted to my play. Like before in silver and in bronze, I didn't really look at the minimap. I just pushed constantly. So now it's like a little lesson that I had to learn. Here I get the kill with Echo, but I'm still 2 and 5. Here Volibear is trolling a little bit. They're actually all trolling a little bit. We take Baron, and it's like it's close enough that we can almost win, but the way I'm playing is just, like impossible to win. Because I should just back to base and play proper. And now here I see that Seraphine is getting caught, so I go in on Ashe, thinking I can kill her easily. I don't, and then I die. It's just pure tilt. Then I die to Riven because I'm so behind, and I'm sitting on 1,000 gold, 1,600 gold, and I'm not actually playing the game. It's just like I'm so not focused. We eventually lose the game, but this is a winnable game. If your MMR, if your MMR gains are like plus 16, no, sorry. If your MMRs are like plus 12, minus 14, or like plus 13, and then minus 15 or 16, then these games you have to win. Because I'm in Smurf queue, I'm losing less LP, and it's gonna hurt me in the long run, yes, but in the short run, it doesn't hurt me as much as someone who has a ton of MMR gains like that, LP gains like that. So try your best to, when you tilted, don't queue up, and then really look at the matchups you lose in and try to learn for the next time, right? And that's basically what I was doing the most there. After I took a little break, played Mundo into Gwen. This game, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit, but I, I get assist early. Let's see what happens. I think it's just like a little bit. I think we invade. Something happens. Oh, so yeah. For some reason, my mid laner pushed and then roam top, and it kind of just set up the game for us. And that's gonna happen, right? Like, also I was working Gwen with my cleavers this game, and the enemy jungle Morgana didn't really gank me at all. She didn't even look at my lane, so I was able just to play a 1v1 lane and punish Gwen for existing pretty much, just constantly landing cleavers, pushing her in, out CSing her. Eventually my jungler comes up when she's so low with like 10% HP. I tank the turret, we kill her. And it's just like a clean game that was just like, I think other lanes are winning too. Just a clean game. Felt much better after taking a little bit of a break. I die here, but it's no big deal because I'm able to kill her again. So Mundo is really good in this ELO, I believe, for sure. If you want to climb with Mundo, I think you definitely can. Once you get like level 6 and get a couple items, and if you get a lead, you can just start running people down, and like that's the best part of it. The enemy Vladimir is pretty fed here, but since I see Gwen postured up in that corner, I see an opportunity to roam here. And this is what happens when you're fed, right? You're able to play like this. So like in this game compared to my last game, it's just like world of difference. He's their most fed character on their team, and he can barely deal any damage to me. I know that Gwen's really weak and she just dies instantly. So basically that's it for that game, right? And then I played some more games. I think I stopped recording because like even though I took a little break, I still feel like I was a bit tilted, you could say, or like it was ending near the, it was becoming near the end of the night as well. So I was like, my performance went down. So this game is, I believe this game is this game here. Yeah, here I think it's important that you don't get distracted or you have multiple things on your monitor, because this game what happens is that I kill Sejuani here, and we're not going to stay too long in this game, but right here I was actually alt tab playing Hearthstone, and I didn't think that, as you can see, my camera's like barely moving right now because I'm actually alt tab right now, and then I tab back in right here, and then I walk into a big ass wave. I know it's funny, but it's actually really bad. And then here I die, I give him doubles, I'm just tilted. He's level 6, I'm level 4. And the game is pretty much over for me. And it's just like error after error yesterday, and like you just have to understand that these games are gonna happen, but you have to let it pass, right? You can't get too upset. So here I just stopped recording, I think, for the most part. My last game was my last victory. But in these next few games, I think we can watch the client. I think I played a much better style of gameplay against this Mordekaiser. I think what happens is that bot lane was feeding a bit, and like I said, I was kind of tilted, right? But no, this is actually the first game of the day today. It went pretty bad, but afterwards I wouldn't say I'm tilted right now, because these games are just happening right now. But this game just felt pretty bad. I think it's because wasn't able to win lane. Bot lane was feeding, and like when your bot lane is feeding, you have to win lane. So here, like he ganks me, but I ward at a proper time. Then yeah, so yeah, he ganks me. I back up. So here, I think it's best just to stay in lane and try to absorb EXP here, because when I push the lane, I have to back because of the threat of the gank. And then when I back, I miss too much EXP, and like my opportunity to win lane against Mordekaiser has like diminished a little bit. So it's something to think about, because like now he's just like he has a whole level advantage on me. He out trades me, and like the time is ticking, right? And he's level 6 now, and I'm still level 5. I'm taking too much damage. I ward for the dive, and then I get dove. So yeah, definitely probably don't want to back there. I flash ultimately. I think I die. No, I live. But I think it would have been a lot better if I played this lane phase a bit differently and I didn't back there, because it put me so behind. But surviving that gank was pretty big because it allowed my Hecarim to get fed. But now I'm playing kind of like weak side. So I push the wave in. I try to back and get some wards. So I do get the vision out. Mid dies, bot dies. It's just one of those games where it's like I can't really make any mistakes and I have to play well. But at the same time, like I'm kind of behind right now, and it's kind of hard to trade into this Mordekaiser. I realize now that he's building a Bambi Cinder, and perhaps I could have changed my build a little bit considering that. So Hecarim calls for the gank. It's kind of too telegraphed here by me. Maybe I could have waited a little bit more. Mordekaiser backs up here. We take the Rift. He ultimately goes all in on me, but I think I played it okay here in a way of not dying. Yeah, dodge that Q. If I got hit by that, I would have died. But like, yeah, as you can see, he's just like really fed on. He's like fed. It's not really fed, but like I can't really trade with him, right? But I think I could have gained advantage earlier on in the game if I played lane a little bit better. But yeah, he still has the EXP advantage on me. I try to pull, but it's not close enough to deal damage. More or less just more laning. I think along the way there's just a big mistake by me, and then we lose the game. Yeah, he just keeps out trading me. You're gonna see that sometimes. You really have to think about the matchup the next time you play it and how you can play it better. Yeah, here Hecarim bails me out, gets the kill. We push, take in him. I mean, take the turret. I back off. I buy some items, but I don't have my mythic yet. Mordekaiser's on his mythic. So I believe he's stronger than me, but for some reason he's not really pushing the lane in. So I back here, I get my mythic. I come back to lane, catch the wave. Here I noticed that he pressed his E right here. So I wanted to take a trade with him. Hopefully I can take it, but eventually I miss my spell. And then again I try to take trades with him here. But it's just not good enough, right? Like I'm not trading that well. The more I think about this matchup, it's like the more I need to play it differently. That's all I can really think about. Like these spells I think need to hit. And then even though I have the level advantage, I'm still losing. He does use Ignite there though. So I need to think of a way of trading better with Mordekaiser. It's just something that, like, you know, that's why you watch the replays, you learn, right? Here I get a nice little flank off. Works out for the team. And we have a nice little lead going here. I think also what's happening is that my team is flaming each other a little bit. Here I get chased by 3 of them, so I'm pinging my team to push. Yeah, I realized after this game that the enemy will always gank you if you're too far pushed up. And then here, for some reason, Kalista somehow gets like 1v3. So this is all I saw on my camera. Kalista 1v3ing. And it actually kind of made me tilted. So I kind of like gave up on the game after that. So it's like I got Dove 1v3 top pretty much, and then Kalista 1v3 my team, and I was like, okay, if that's gonna happen, we're probably gonna lose this game. And yeah, I was a bit tilted for sure. And then here, this is the biggest play right here. So when you're engaging, you have to make sure your team's able to follow up. And if you're not prepared to have your team following up, you should never engage, right? So here, real time, I ping on my way, ping on my way. I see like all of them grouped up, right? So I flash E, Q, 4 of them. Mordekaiser all Hecarim. I die. It's a 4v5 and we lose the fight. We lose the game shortly after. So it's a fucking terrible engagement by me. And if I could have this game back, I probably would have done this engagement a little bit more differently. But you have to be wary of where your teammates are. So I flash in right here, and Hecarim's right here. Right? He can't help me. That's the whole issue. So keep that in mind next time you play in late game scenarios like this, where you're flanking, you have to do it right, or else you'll lose the game. That's pretty much what happened that game. Afterwards, I went on a little bit of a heater. Playing against Shen is always easy for the most part. It's pretty much a free lane. So I also changed up my build a little bit. I started going Stridebreaker instead of Triforce. Usually you don't want to change up your champion. Maybe try to change up your build or your rune page. But always stick to your champion mastery and stay confident that you're going to get over any type of loss spree or lose spree that you'll create for yourself. Here I'm up double on him, and then when he leaves a big wave. But yeah, it's pretty much like laning against Shen. He's gonna play back and try not to make too many mistakes. And it's your job just to farm perfectly with the W, right? Just continue using your W to farm against Shen and just be up on him, right? Your lead comes once you have Mythic and he doesn't, right? And that's pretty much the good lead right there. So I'm warding defensive here. I'm kind of scared that since Nidalee's bot side, Talon might invade. Talon instead goes middle. I go in his jungle. I don't see anything. So now I go back up top side. I start pushing again. I see Talon bot. And then I take a really bad trade here. So I just have to either go back or stay. So I stayed because I felt like I wasn't in threat of dying. And more or less just like, you know, when you know it's an easy lane and you're probably not going to get ganked, it's okay to play this way. And like Talon, he's not that strong, but I kind of greeted here because Nidalee was here. What I should have done was just continue running away. But I also thought that we could win this. Yeah, he flashed on me. I could have flashed that taunt. So basically it's a bad mistake by me. But I'm up like 20 CS, so that's like kind of like a kill, right? So coming back to lane, I'm going to continue my strategy of pushing him in and trying to play for plates, but also warding deep whenever I can. Shen leaves. And I'm up like 30 CS on him now. Here he trades me on the turret, so I back up and get my mythic. And now I'm really looking for playing aggressively on him. Again, I come down, I ward deep. This is when I get the blue buff, but I give it to Nidalee. We look for the dive. I actually pinged it back because I didn't think we would kill. But we actually did a lot of damage and we were able to kill. And that's pretty much it for Shen here. Like it's so easy, it's an easier matchup for Darius, and you have lots of ways of winning. All you have to do is maintain your CS. And sometimes your mid's going to feed, sometimes your jungle's going to be up. But overall, you have to look for opportunities to win the game and play good always. Like, even if you're tilted, can't let that really affect you. So once I take the top lane turret, I come bottom immediately, take the turret as well. So just snowballing my advantage to other places on the map. This is like the dream game for top. Like, as I'm bothering Zeri here, my teammates fight, but it's like a 1-for-1, 2-for-1. So it's like not that bad of a trade. They can't do Drake either because I'm alive. I respawn, I come straight to Drake because I know that's important. Here they don't have any of this warded. So it's easy for me just to stand in here, wait for them to come up. I notice Vel'Koz overstepping a little bit. He flashes, we get the kill on him. After that, it's just a little bit of cleanup. I get charmed here and because I'm chasing like a noob. So never want to chase usually. When you get the pick, always look for the objective after. Don't chase into the fog. Game's getting pretty close, but I still have that 58 CS advantage on Shen. And it's just going to get bigger and bigger. Here, Ahri, I don't know what she was doing. Like, she just overstepped her boundary. Oh, I see. She got messed up on the vision here. There you go. As soon as she sees me, it's a little bit too late. And I'm able to pull her. Stradbreaker, she flashes over the wall here, and I just look. She's like, oh, she's right there. So I ultimate her, and she dies. And then as I'm pushing bottom, there's like 2 of them here. My team should be taking Drake right now. But we're just like we're kind of ahead and playing in the jungle. But yeah, now I'm like 70 CS up on Shen. And that's like a lot. I kind of play a little bit too aggressively here. But it doesn't really matter. Like, we're just so ahead, right? At least I am. And Shen can't really stand in lane with me or else he'll die. And that's kind of what you want to have in solo queue, right? You want to be able to do this where the enemy can't stand in the lane with you. So here I'm just same idea. I'm trying to draw them top side so my team can push middle. Heal Vel'Koz comes, and I'm just really playing vision here. I'm waiting. Come out again. Being annoying. I see him there. Waiting. My teammates are pushing mid. So I start pushing up a little bit more. So here I'm hoping that they come to me. I see Vel'Koz coming again. Play the Siege minion. I see Echo come and help me. I clear the pink. Really should be just pushing mid here, but Echo wanted to help me. So here I go a little bit aggressive here because I wanted to pull them. So I have to ghost out because it's a little bit dangerous, but at the same time I'm pushing mid. That's like proper macro. So before, when you're mindlessly pushing and tilted, it's not going to work, right? But when your teammates are in position and you're waiting and you're playing proper, that's when the situations open up to split, right? So when Shen leaves, I just continue splitting. I don't do a good job at all of clearing the wave or splitting, and I die for it. But generally, I'm playing the right way, but execution's not there. So dragon's up, so I already know to be there, so I'm gonna go around there. Here I pull Shen because I think he's out of position and I can deal some damage to him. Let's go back here. It's probably an important fight. Ahri is topside, and we know that, so it's really good for us, but Ezreal's coming down. At the time, I don't even know that Ezreal's right there, but I pull Shen because I think he's pretty close. I put my full combo on him. He has lots of stacks on him right now. But I see Zeri right there, and I think it's better to just attack her, right? So I full combo her, and she runs away. And in doing so, we're able to clean up the rest of her team while she's at the other side because Ahri's not there. So overall, it's a good fight. Like, always want to be there for Drake. So now that Echo's top side, I'm going to come middle and push middle. I know they're going to defend soon, so I go Gromp. Eat some jungle camps. I probably should have went back earlier, but I kind of got greedy. I just wanted to farm up. Now I'm up like 100 CS on him. So it's better for me just to go into side wave and then push it in. Maybe win a 2v1 fight. Here Talon gets executed by my Nidalee. So while I'm pushing bot side here, they could be pushing middle, and that's basically what they're doing. In Goldiolo, your teammates actually understand how to split push a little bit. So you can just continue split pushing. Here I need to back up because I got too low. But yeah, generally these are the proper way of ending games here. Group up when you need to group up, probably for an objective like Drake. But usually you want to be split pushing. When you're fed and you fight poorly in the late game, it's actually not that bad. But when you're behind or even, it feels really bad. So here I go for the long con flank, and it kind of works for the most part. Here I'm just baiting for Ezreal to come, and once he comes, we got the kill. So we get the dragon, we get the kill. I'm fed. That's basically what you want to be doing. It's much better when you're able to not die in lane phase and actually like win the lane. So always look out for that and like try your best not to die to jungle ganks, especially in this YOLO. So yeah, pushing with Baron buff. Eventually we just end the game. We're just so fed. But yeah, that's basically what you want to do. Now for this game, I'm 1-5 against Aatrox with Ignite. But when you're not feeding, that's when you can win games. So here we can just look at it. Yeah, I wasn't recording any of these games because I was actually quite tilted, but it is what it is. Here we know that Shyvana has no Ignite, so we invade. And this is like really common in gold. Like you really want to invade and punish those guys who aren't bringing any summoners to lane. So here I definitely got Apprehend first. I thought I said I got W, but I do have my E. Now I have my W second. Just pretty much farming, trading when you can. The last time I faced Aatrox, I think I lost lane. So I'm like trying hard to play it better. I see Shyvana pathing down bot side, so this is why I'm pushed in here confidently. Here's a little bit trading. I can harass him a little bit better on the turret, but I don't think I'm doing a good job at it at all. Yeah, I could have done that a little bit earlier with the bigger wave. But now he has to kind of back because he's getting out traded. So I kind of farm the wave slowly and then push it in when the next wave hits. And now I'm up a little bit of CS. But I'm definitely playing the lane out better and I'm thinking about where the jungler is. And now that I'm up, kind of want to look for the out trade here. But also be cautious of dying. And there you go. What happens is that I don't really know the matchup that well and I get out traded and I die. It's gonna happen, right? You can't get tilted. You still gotta play good to win, right? So coming back to lane, I ward, go to Gromp. I feel like I'm gonna get ganked. Like if you look at what I see here. So I see my jungler going bot side right now. So I know that their only play is top side. So hold up. So right here. So I know I'm too far pushed up, so I ward and then I leave. Cause I know that I'm not in a safe position because I could get ganked soon and the wave's so big. So I let the wave naturally come in. I don't take a bad trade. And I think this is what I've changed about my play is that now, before I would trade into that wave and probably die, but now I'm not trading into that wave. And because of that, I'm able to get a play here. I play a little bit bad and I have to waste flash because I stay for the extra. I try to stay a little bit too long. But regardless of the situation, I come out alive and I get a play. So like that's what I changed about my play. I'm not dying for free. Mordekaiser's already fed, so he gets a free kill on Aatrox. He makes a rookie mistake, and here I'm getting so greedy and farming, so I have to waste Ghost. I go back to farming Grump. Go back to lane. So that was a bad play by me. I got way too greedy there with that cannon. But now I'm definitely feeling more comfortable and confident. And this is basically what you want to do. Like once you're more comfortable and confident, you can look for a little bit better trades. But also, I feel like he was out trading me a little bit, and I was running out of mana, so I kind of just kept it here. And I also felt like Shyvana was only ganking me, so I kind of wanted to play a little bit safe here. Here it's like the gank shouldn't even have happened, right? Like Talon shouldn't have even ganked me here. And if he did, I played it incorrectly because I wasted my E, right? So yeah, Talon pinged on my way. I missed, so now that my E's on cooldown, I should probably be pinging it back, but I'm not. And because of that, Aatrox is able to get a free kill on Talon. I think he kills me too here. Yeah, he does. So this sucks a lot, but we're kind of really fed across the map. So like I'm kind of getting carried. That's facts, but I also feel like I could be playing better. Like watching the replay, I know that I could be playing better, but in Gold Elo, you can afford to make some of these mistakes. So here I know that top lane is probably gonna they're probably doing Rift, so I'm gonna leave. Don't want to die to the 3 and 1 Aatrox. And here, I don't know what happens, but it seems like my client is glitched, but we interrupt the rift while Aatrox is trolling top, and then we get the rift, get the kill, and then we just snowball the game. So this is like best case scenario for us. And like because I'm minimizing my mistakes and I'm not dying for free, and I'm staying up with my CS, we're able to make these plays happen and clean up the game. So I'm gonna exit the VOD there. So that's like a perfect example of like even though you die a little bit, you still got to do like the correct things, and I think I did for the most part this game. Of course, it could have went a lot differently, but that early invade really helped us. So just try to keep that in mind. For this game, Fiora had no chance against me. I just kind of shot on her like 1v1. And like when you win lane, good things are gonna happen. And when you lose lane, bad things are gonna happen. And this is just an example. So like, yeah, we can check this one out. Okay, so what happens here is that I know the jungle timing, and I know that it's not safe to be up there. So I'm gonna just start the camp for Lee Sin. And while I'm walking up, Mordekaiser actually finishes his full clear and walks down. And I'm like, okay, you know what? We can just actually just kill him here. So he flashes, I ghost, and boom, we get the first blood on him. So it's like it was a good timing by me, good understanding of Mordekaiser's timing as well by like warding and walking down and knowing that I could die to a gank if I'm too far up. But yeah, with that game sense, I got that kill and then I back here because I was a bit low and I want to get my item. I don't really care about utilizing my red buff that much here. Maybe that was a mistake, but we'll see. Here I try to interrupt the back, but I didn't see her. And now she smartly went back to base. I managed to get a plate, but now my red buff's pretty much gone. Here I'm just basically perma pushing because I have the lead on her, right? And here, as you can see that I'm out trading her severely on the turret. I'm taking a little bit too much damage, so I'm gonna have to back here. She has ignite, and I know I can die, so I back. I get my Kindle gem. This game is like much more easier to win in, cause I'm up like so much so early. That's basically what you want to do, right? You want to be able to beat this ahead. I'm like constantly taking turret damage. Here I back up because I know the red buff spawning soon. I see Mouse assisting me as well, so I say might as well take it, right? So I take the crab, grab the goop, go back top lane. The wave is pushing in. It's kind of perfect position for me to start taking a little bit extra trades here. I noticed that she doesn't even press her W here, and that's when I realized that this player is a really bad player. Yeah, she should have W'd my R. But after that, the game is most likely done for Fiora. Even though Mordekaiser gets a couple kills, it's still really good because I have my full item, and Fiora is not even close. And here the wave is stacking up, I'm pushing in, playing for plates. Basically what you want to do in your head. I think I take a lot of damage here trying to bait her out. Could have definitely played this a little bit more better. But I took way too many autos from the turret, so I just back up here. It's better to back up and not to die. Sacrifice a little bit of the wave. Fiora goes missing here, and this is probably the best thing that can happen when you're ahead, right? So here I get a little bit caught out. A Q, Fiora ults, I ghost, I pull in Fiora, miss my Q, kill the Gromp and it heals me. And now when they come for the dive here, it's much easier for me to deal damage because I'm more healthy, right? So taking this Gromp is really important to this play here. And also champion mastery. My understanding of the wave here ultimately helps me make the correct decision for the play. So I know that if I get rid of these 3 casters with my Q and my item, I can deal damage to one of these guys under turret while stacking up my hemorrhage, and maybe I can get a kill, right? So that's exactly what happens. Slow it down. I pull. A Q. Stride breaker. Now he's tanking turret. Tanking turret again. And from here, I just need to ult him. He dies. And boom, right there, the game is over. Now it's up to me to throw the game, but yeah, game's pretty much done. Like she even comes back to lane, and then she flashes in place, and I saw that, right? But yeah, now she's kind of trolling, right? So this is really good. Like you really want to be able to get in this position in solo queue, right, with a champion like Darius. So I flash on her. I know that she has nothing up because she's a noob, and we just end the game, right? So yeah, yeah, that's how you want to win games in this ELO, in Gold 4 ELO. And you really want to be able to get ahead and make that 1v2 play. And this is basically that's it. And then for my last game, for the promotion game to Gold 3, I understand that Aatrox actually plays way better into Mordekaiser than Darius, from my opinion. Here my Diana's playing too aggressively and she gets caught out and she loses double buffs. But like as you can see, I'm out trading him, and he has double buffs. If I'm playing Darius, I don't think I'll be able to out trade him like this. Here I try to make a flash play on him. I don't really understand my damage that well, and that's the reason why this play didn't work. A couple more autos and I probably would have killed him. But yeah, I think that this matchup is much easier for me playing as Aatrox. And even here, like, his E can be dodged by my E so easily. Like, I could have dodged that, right? Then he flashed over there, and then I just TP out. And it's like really good because he's missing a wave here, and I'm not dying. So it was a really good play by me. But coming back, more or less, like I'm just able to trade with him. Way better than how it is with Darius. I just have to worry about my Q is on a big cooldown early, and if I don't play around that, I can get caught. But yeah, I'm healing so much. I'm healing more than Mordekaiser. I can interrupt him. It just feels like a good matchup for me. And then eventually, what happens is that we're continuing to trade, but like I'm still trying to work him, right? Like he's leaving the lane before me. I'm able to push the wave in. And like even here, I'm taking damage, but like this is damage that's like not even that bad to take against him, right? I think I'm able to kill him here. Maybe he kills me. Okay, yeah. I dodges. It's like really close execution thing here, but like I think if I play more games of Aatrox, I'll be able to win these fights. So I dodge the Q. I go a little bit too far, and then his E gets me, and he flashes out. Either way, I back out. He backs out. I push the wave in. Diana gets caught out. I think I die here. I think Aatrox is kind of a good champ. Like, eventually they get me, but like, what I was doing there was like I was wasting a lot of their time. And then here, I have my Gourd Drinker. I see Nami caught out. But then all of her 5 of her teammates are missing, and that's why this play is not that good. Because now I'm dead because of that. But we do get Rift Herald for that, but it's still pretty much a bad trade. So I can say like this game I'm pretty much getting carried. But I'm still doing the right things. Like I'm taking turret, I'm not flaming, building properly. I'm wasting Mordekaiser's time when I can. Here I could have played that way better, and I think that it would have been better. It would have been like 10 times better if I did. But on respawn, I push bottom. I'm trying to get aggro. So here I get aggro on the turret. I'm able to tank it, and then get out. Gourd Drink heals you when you're low, so try to utilize that. And then here I think Lucian's kind of trolling. Yeah, he doesn't understand how healing works with Warwick. And then I think it's like a wrap after that. But yeah, you're gonna see these games sometimes where like your team gets ahead and you're able to win the game much easier. But if you're able to like trade and lane and like survive, it makes everything so much easier for you as a player. But other than that, like I'm just kind of practicing my combos because I know that I'm so fed. I mean, my team is so fed. They they pretty much like just let Caitlyn auto and end the game, and that's how I got to gold 3. But yeah, I think what you have to care about the most is not dying to jungle ganks, making sure you know the champion matchup a lot, and champion mastery is gonna start becoming more important now, especially for those close times where you try to get the 1v2 and understanding how to dodge ganks. But hopefully these tips help. Good luck on the rest.